Hello and welcome to London. We are on the doorstep of the Royal Hospital here in Chelsea. This is GCTV and welcome to a brand new episode of The Day After. My name is Mark Lewis. Wonderful to have you on board to look back on a very, very famous victory by the Istanbul Warriors, powered by Carpe Diem, the equestrian team. Stockholm Hearts, powered by H&M. We Love Horses, picking up championship points. And the Kunstars, powered by the Iron Dames. They are just not giving up. They don't go on to win the stage to make it this famous hat-trick. But in third place, massive championship points, and they continue to storm along to what seems to be this inevitable championship win that arguably will come sooner rather than later. We have a lot to talk about here on the show today and a lot to try and unpack. We've been joined by one of the most technical masterminds on the Global Champions League stage, and he says and pulls a little face, but he knows that I'm right. Rosie Turner joins us in the studio. Niels Bruynseels joins us as well. Niels, ladies first. Rosie, welcome to the show. Nice to have us here in London, arguably kind of in your backyard as well, kind of. Nice for you to be back in London. Nice to have you here. Actually, this is the very first show that you did for us last year, if I'm correct.
It is. This is now a year anniversary that I have been on the Lottery Global Champions Tour.
Well, welcome to your anniversary. What was yesterday like for you in the Global Champions League? You were hearing a lot about the surface, about the ring, about the teams. What was your overall take on yesterday?
I thought yesterday was amazing for so many different reasons, but watching from where I get to watch from in the warm-up and the cool-down, so I get a lot of the reactions, the initial reactions of riders coming out. A lot of frustration yesterday is what I had. That we saw so many teams that really had a chance to come up the rankings and to potentially claim that top four spot, which currently, as you know, is really crucial at this point in the season to gain that top four. We saw quite a few of them flop yesterday, and I really want to, and I know Niels will help us unpack that a little bit about what happened, but then we had some amazing surprises as well with some fantastic clear rounds too. So it was a really up and down day yesterday, but in terms of sport and in terms of competition, I loved it because it really did bring that competitiveness and it was really intense.
Yeah, it was a very intriguing day. Niels, how frustrating a day was it for you personally as a rider who I know to your high standards didn't perform the way you wanted to, but from a team perspective as well, how frustrating was the day for Prague Lions?
Frustrating, more for myself, of course for the team as well. It's no secret that we want to be or end up in the top four, so we go for it. So we make a new plan. We had the plan ready yesterday and it didn't work out like we want.
The plan is that you want to get into the top four, as you mentioned. Every team that is of good nature wants to get in there. You feel that yesterday was a missed opportunity for Prague to really cash in on points?
I think so.
Everyone.
If you see the ranking, we are really close. And yesterday everything went actually well. We had a good plan, like I said. Angelica jumped 2 rounds with her best horse. Peter bringing Tupi, his best horse in the first round. The plan was that he would jump the arena in the second round and that I would take his place with Origi. And I'm a bit sad that I could not do better.
Do you think time has now run out? We always say that London's such a crucial point to get into that top four. Are Prague Lions still fighting for it, or do you think potentially that time's run out for you?
I hope I'm wrong, but I think that we will think about this show in a few weeks one more time. But I hope we will not give up. Like I said, we are really not far off. We will make a new plan for the Valkenswaard next week, and we will continue because we want to be in the top four.
There is a silver lining to the bad day yesterday, Niels, because if you think about it now from a top four perspective, as Rosie says, you are only 9 points behind Doha in third place. And on a day that you could have cashed in, you're right, it's a missed opportunity, but it's still very much alive for Prague Lions. Is there the team conversation that even after a bad day, you know, there is still a lot of possibility to come over the next few stages? You're still very much in the hunt here.
Yeah, we know that, but that's why yesterday, for me, we didn't won points yesterday. We lost points. Even we are closer, but yeah, okay. And the heads were up yesterday. I said, yeah, sorry guys, I know I messed it up. But it is what it is. We are all top sporters. We know how it goes, and we go in the ring every time to jump a clear round.
But it wasn't just you yesterday who had some poles down. We saw so many riders having poles down yesterday. And what did you think? What do you think? We're just going to give you a microphone there. What did you think the reason was for that? Why did we see so many poles coming down yesterday?
It's a very good question. We walked the course in the first round, and I thought, I wouldn't jump Matador in the first round because I thought, with him, it's there or it can go wrong because it's a really careful horse, and if it's too big in the first round, it can go wrong. It worked out very well in Monaco with him, and I said, I don't want to take the risk. We have good horses here. Let's ride Peter with Tupi in the first round and Angelica with her best horse. And then I saw the first round and I thought, oh, shit, maybe I should ride Matador because it's a really careful horse and it's not too big. And then suddenly we see faults, everywhere.
Is that Visani being very clever with his design? Is that riders underestimating lines? What brought about those faults, you think?
No, I like that because with rounds like yesterday in the first round, you can take one time another horse or more a horse that has less experience, but then you see faults coming up, and that's clever course building.
Yeah.
In terms of the arena as well, we've had a few shows now which are bigger arenas, and now we've come to London and it's a much smaller arena. Does that play on your minds at all? Is that something that you think about? You think horses struggle to adapt to?
Yeah, not in rider's mind, but horses, yes. You have horses that are better in big grass arenas, like next week in Valkenswaard. This is a completely different atmosphere, smaller, other fences, more delicate. Yeah.